I will call this meeting to order. Do we have any citizens communication tonight?
No.
Okay. Did everyone have a chance to look over the minutes from last month? Were there any questions? Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
A motion to approve.
And
I'll second.
Thank you. Minutes approved, which takes us to the library director report.
Okay, our stats aren't terrible. I mean, they're still a little low from last year. We are moving, overall, they're not that, drastically low. For checkouts, circulation, and physical, we are moving into our really busy time of year, so I expect to see those things go up. And I also expect to see our program stats to go up even more. Those are obviously way up from last year, but yeah, we've got our big programs coming up with MakerFest, the summer reading program, and then LitCon. Outreach is still looking good. Tiara will join us whenever she has a report to give you. So, all right, so that's about it on the stats. Programs, we had Pet Fest, which I love, and yes, there were alpaca here at the library. Yeah, it was amazing. My husband brought his mom, and she loved it, and she's hard to please. Farm Day was huge at Heritage House. I think they had over 1,000. Is that correct, Daniel?
Yep.
People for that. So another big event that that we're going to have to start possibly getting people to help with parking and traffic control and stuff for that. We're continuing to offer the small business support, so that's going on currently. And then we had for our seniors the sound journey, and that was relaxing sounds. And that is it for programs. Side note, we did receive a proclamation from the mayor last night for National Library Week. And some of our furniture has started to arrive that we purchased with this year's budget, and our checkout desk arrived today, which was a surprise. They called us yesterday and said, we'll be there at 8 tomorrow. And we're like, what? Because there's a lot involved in switching out the desks. So right now it's just sort of stacked over in the adult computer area until we can get IT out to start switching those connections over. Fingers crossed that everything fits, because my measuring is a little sketchy. But it'll look good, and it will last for a very long time.
Good.
That's it.
Refresh my memory, the old circulation desk, was it just really beat up?
Yeah, we had it was put in 2012 when the new part of the building was built. It was custom made. The veneer is all peeling off of it. We have patched it over the years. We added the aluminum plates to here and there to cover where it was getting damaged just from people's feet hitting it. And then, we've used various epoxies to try and keep that veneer on, but it's humid here and it just starts peeling. So it looks worse when you go around the desk and you see than it does on the outside, but yeah. We do have to auction, send them to auction, I believe, so.
Any other questions?
Oh, May, our pillar booths, our study booths are going to be here in May. Well, they're shipping May 20th. So, yep. I'm probably most excited about that. Any other questions? No? Okay.
And that takes us to the Friend of the Pflugerville Library report.
Good evening, Library Board. Happy National Library Week. I'm Aaron Millis, Friends of the Library Board member. Our treasurer, Kim, who was here last time, we're probably going to trade off on these just to help with our whole push for redundancy in roles. I'll probably be here for the next couple. Financially, the Friends are doing really well. We continue to have strong financials, and we have another successful book sale under our belts. We completed our migration to using QuickBooks Online recently, which is going to further help with our integrations and making our accounting easier. We've fulfilled several requests in the last month for funding for some of the library summer programs. We're excited to see those come across the desk. And I guess the exciting bit was we completed our application to the Moody Foundation in hopes of their joint contribution towards the library's Board Books for Babies program. The Moody Foundation will be meeting next month to start making their decisions. We hope to hear from them sometime midsummer. Activities. We've reviewed the results of Amplify Austin, and we consider it to be a viable fundraising channel. We did pretty well. We're going to be looking forward to using the same platform for Giving Tuesday coming up in the fall. So that Tuesday right after Thanksgiving, we're going to solicit people to give during that period as well. Our next book sale, it's at the end of next month on May 24th here at the library. I think it's a Friday. The Friends participated in the homeschool fair last week and tried to entice some new blood into being active. The literacy-related stickers were pretty popular. We did have a few teens showing some interest in being more involved in the library. I don't know if we recruited them for the Friends or not, but I suspect we'll see them at the library itself. We had no chance of competing with the animal shelter's puppies lounging on a table. The stickers weren't big enough. We're taking a breath on new technical pushes for the next month and working on our documentation and redundancy efforts, as well as streamlining some of our newer operations. This month is unusual in that our regular meeting that would normally be next week is superseded by our annual meeting, which will be occurring on April 30th here at the library at 6 p.m. The meeting is open to the public, and we'll give an update on Friends activities, efforts, some history. We're also going to award the Volunteer Teen Awards to 2 deserving young people who've been helping out at the library. So if you want to come support them, it would be good. That's pretty much it. I appreciate you guys letting me give the report. Are there any questions, concerns, or communications you'd like me to relay to the Friends?
I think so. Thank you, Deborah Mar. Thanks as always. And it looks like Lucas is not here this evening, and he didn't submit a report ahead of time. So we'll skip our student liaison report. And that takes us to discussing and considering action of the library policies, our final section.
Okay, so this is our final section, and then after we go through this, you can approve the library policies as a whole. And I'll bring back the document next month just for you guys to look at. Okay, so not a lot changed. Just tried to make it a little more concise. Took out general public and just said public. Removed some unnecessary commas. And just cleaned it up a little bit. I don't think there was major content changes. I did add, I don't remember if I added this or if I just highlighted it, but the library doesn't restrict displays or programs based solely on content or point of view, to be consistent with our policies on materials at the library. Pet policy is the same, and section 6 support is the same. So once we have approved all of these, and I'll bring back the other document, I'll send it off to our legal department so they can give their stamp of approval on it, and then it'll go out online.
I have one edit and one question. So in 4.5 selection criteria, in the second paragraph, a public library's guest space, I would take out the word "that" because I don't think you need it anymore after you did your edit.
Okay. And that's the second paragraph you said?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
And then my question is about the pet policy. So I'm really proud to say, that our Pflugerville library is very, very clean, and I always see the housekeeper here quite a bit. But I was just wondering, how does that work? Is it ever an issue when we allow these pets? Do they ever make messes as far as going to the bathroom here?
That has not actually been a problem at all. The only time I think that we've had accidents was during Pet Fest. The alpacas got a little out of control, and my own dog, who is no longer with us. He has departed. Once made a mess here, but no, we have not had a problem with animals urinating or defecating at all inside the library.
That's really good. I wasn't sure if we need to spell that out in case it ever were to happen, like that it would be their responsibility. I'm assuming that the maintenance staff wouldn't do it, right? That should be the owner's staff.
Yeah, we ask that the owners clean it up, but then we will have our own people go and disinfect it
Yeah,
a little
that's
more,
true.
because we have little kids here, so. But it actually hasn't happened, so. yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
When we did Pet Fest though, and the alpacas were in here, they did come in and do a little extra on the carpets, and we did some carpet cleaning ourselves too, just the staff. So you want me to add something about animals?
Oh, you don't have to if it hasn't really been an issue. I just wasn't sure if that needs to be spelled out or not. Because you talked about like having the owner be responsible of the animals, so it kind of covers it that way indirectly.
Mhm.
This is just stylistic, but on page 2, this last couple sentences of section 4.5, it looks like the font gets really small.
Yeah, I think it's on the first page it was like that too. I didn't know if you
yeah.
were just trying to squeeze it into one page.
I think, I'll double check, but usually it's because I've done something wonky.
On page 4, you added, the library does not restrict display of the program space solely on content or point of view, but solely, I think it's missing an EL there.
Okay.
It says solely.
Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
Otherwise, I think it looks good.
I missed that last night.
Does anybody have anything that is not addressed in the policies that you think should be there? Were you raising your hand, Daniel, or fixing your glasses?
Fixing my glasses. I got a few.
Okay.
So we can approve them.
Yeah, you
today?
can approve the whole document with
Changes.
the edits and amendments.
I make a motion to approve the policies with the amended changes.
And is there a second? Well, because we have to make a movement to vote.
No, I think she can move and then somebody can second. then you just do the vote.
Okay.
Could we have a
Okay.
tiny bit of discussion before we continue
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
vote? If it's amenable to the person who has a vote
Sure.
on the table. The first section, if I remember, you were gonna go back and ask city legal about this like other library card. I just don't know if that
Oh,
had a
right.
solution.
We are not there yet.
Oh.
For that, we have put in place, you know, the different, in this version of the policies, we have in place, the types of IDs we will accept. Because we wanted to expand that out enough for when we do get to that point where, but yeah, I mean, it's gonna be, I expect it'll be a kind of lengthy process, and I say that, and it may be like, oh, sure, just go do it. But I need to get with my boss, and I think this is something that would have to be approved by city council, so I've got to figure all that out. And if that does happen, then we can go back and amend the policy at that time.
Thank you.
So as it stands right now, that list is just what people can use to get a Pflugerville
Right.
library card. Okay.
Rosie?
Oh, and I saw this last night and I forgot. In 5.2 pet policy, according to the Center for Disease Control, poor and disease, there should be a space.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it last, I forgot.
Okay, I have no amendment to the motion on the table, so sorry. With that, I'll second.
And do we all in favor for approval?
Aye.
Okay. It is approved with the changes. That, I believe, if all those are on our agenda. We have a motion for adjournment
I make a motion that we adjourn.
and a second.
A second.
Meeting adjourned.